All right, and we're back. So now I want to show you a few sheets of music. Excuse me, a few sheets of music because I want to kind of talk you through what you're going to see when you're observing your child learn and when they're practicing at home. Some tips to be able to like identify exactly what's on your paper. Now let's go to the first slide. The first one. This is what you call pre-reading on the staff. This is a when I say pre-reading, that means they're not reading on the 5 lines and the 4 spaces on the music staff. So if you want, the biggest thing I want to make you guys aware of is like here. Always start here. It's like you are here. You want to make sure they set up their hands first. Okay? Oops. They set up their hands first. All right? Now, it's important to know the beginning. This is the beginning. You always start from the left. All right? LH stands for left hand. RH stands for right hand. And guess what? The composer is gracious enough to tell us what finger number the kids are using and the note name of what you're using. So I just want to show you how to read the chart. Now, these are some directions that can be self-study. It doesn't have to be self-study. Sometimes the instructor uses it, sometimes they don't. But I want you to really pay attention to this side of the page and really understanding what that means for the child. So what you're going to do is encourage them to find their hand position. That's a prompting question. What's your hand position? So you can find that. Then it said, okay, well, you know what? Can you tell me your notes? What hand are you playing on? That's a prompting question. What hand are you playing on, the left or the right? Just a little review. If the stems go down, like they look like upside down, like a little buoy, that's the left hand. If the stems go up to the right, like this, that's the right hand. As a general rule. As a general rule. Okay? All right. Let's go to the next piece. Now, that's the second page. So, of course, I wanted to show you this one too. This, if you see the double bar line with 2 dots, this is a repeat sign. That means take it again. Okay? You go back to the beginning. And then you go and play it a second time, and you see where this double bar is? The double bar means the end. That means you stop. So there's no music after that last C the second time. So they shouldn't be playing over, and they shouldn't be stopping ahead of that last C for the music. All right. So now, as the student gets a little bit better at identifying the notes, they're going to start doing things in what time? That's going to be on our next slide. But you're going to see these little lines right here. You see these lines right here? I'm going to talk about it again, but I want you to know that these are bar lines. Bar lines are what separate music into measures. And to give a correlation, it's like the space between words. Okay? So like a measure is a word, space, then another word, space, then another word. So the bar line represents that space. It just separates the beats. Okay? Here we go again. Find the keys. Find the keys. Start here. You always start here. Start here. Find the keys. All right? And of course, the composer helps you with the left hand and the right hand and shows the stem direction up for right, down for left. And it even helps you with the note names. So you want the student to say and play the note as they're playing in real time. You don't want them to do one or the other. And also, if you have a child with a very good ear, and the way you can tell is if they're really good at memorizing songs after they hear it the first time, if they're really good at like mimicking, you don't want to demonstrate to them first. Do not demonstrate for a mimicker or a child who can memorize very well, because what happens is that they don't read, they just memorize what you just played. And it's kind of tricky, but you know your child better than we do. But we can always tell a mimicker, someone who's not reading, but they're just kind of copying off what we say. All right, and as usual, here's the double bar line. The double bar line indicates what? The end. All right. Now, once they get from pre-reading to getting a little better at the pre-reading, we come here. This is called on staff. That means you see the 5 lines and the 4 spaces. Up. You see the 5 lines and the 4 spaces. So they're now reading on staff. I want to highlight some attention here. If you're a piano parent, you see this bracket right here? This is called the grand staff. That means they're playing on both sides they're playing on both sides. They're playing on the higher note side and the lower note side. They're playing on the right hand and the left hand. Okay? So here's your double bar line. This indicates the end of the piece. This is where they start. You start here. You always start from the left. Bar line, bar line, bar line, bar line, bar line. Now, do you see these notes here, these music notes that are right on top of each other, like this? That just means you're using more than one finger to play the notes. So you're playing notes in plural. And guess what? They're in the treble clef, so you're only playing those notes on the right hand. As a parent, definitely you want to know which hand the notes are being played on. So I want you to make sure you pay attention to that part, because that's going to help you monitor and hold the students accountable for playing the notes on the right hand. So definitely you see more than one note directly on top of each other. That's just using a second finger to play the note. Now, what about this? Let's go ahead and look at our tools. We start here. Okay, grand staff, that's for piano, for our piano parents. Band parents, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Double bar line, here's the end. All right, let me give you a pop quiz. How many measures are in this piece? What's a measure? The space between bar lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that little that square right there? That's called a rehearsal number. So like when you say start from measure 5, they need to come right here. 6, 7, 8. So we numbered our measures, and now we have 8 measures to play. Now, do you see, let me point something else out to you. Do you see that you have these 2 notes here with the stems down, and you have this note with the stem up? That means you're playing on the left hand, then right hand. And then watch this. You see how these keys are aligned? These notes are aligned directly, one over the other. But you see a stem up here, and you see a stem down here. You're playing them together. You're playing it on the right hand and on the left hand together. And then left, left, right, right, left, left, left. You see how I got there? Because the stems are down. Left, left, right. That stem up. You're playing these together. Left and right. Excuse me. Left and right. Left and right. Left and right. Left, left. Right, right. Left, left, left. So really, really important that you know how to analyze a piece of music. Note that I haven't gone over any notes yet. This will make you a rock star. If you can ask those prompting questions, what hand are you playing on? Okay, you know what? What beat is that? What kind of note is this? If you start asking those prompting questions, I'm telling you, will be a rock star. Your child will never tell you you don't know music. And we haven't even gone over notes. So this is how you kind of look through a piece of music and help your child navigate the ability to see a piece of music, sight read it, perform it, correct their errors, and they feel like they have a partner in that process. So on the next video, I'm going to show you some more tips and tricks that you're going to need for your support system, to be the support system for your child.